We back. Last time on whatever this is called, because yes, these are still episodes being recorded on the same day. Currently known as Airforge. A lot of boring grinding happened. There's going to be a little more of said boring grinding, because I do want to get the flint mesh, but other than that, the main focus of this episode is going to actually be building. Ah yes, the sun rises. I somehow managed to do that. Boom. Boom. You need more slabs. I don't think I've ever built a monogram before, especially not a Sky Factory one. Alright, I do have a basic design for the bomb. There's going to be a half block wide slit. Now there are things in the mods available to me that can be used to damage mobs. Okay, so I don't even really need to make an analog cobblestone generator, because the tiny progressions one I will need to get to iron to do that. Basically, the crucible is going to be how I get lava. Though in the intervening time, I'm gonna be grinding some wood. Just only putting this one silkworm away. I'm not gonna be doing the whole large amounts of grinding I did previously. Oh no. You're king. I accidentally right-clicked the wood, which made it go into another inventory, which made it fall. Unless it just leads to the items, but either way, I just lost all my wood. No, wait. Oh. It was in a different slot than I expected. I thought that I just lost all my wood, but either it glitched or it went into a different slot than I expected. My eyes weren't focused there. Peripheral vision. It barely functions at all. Let's see if that's enough string. Green composting, yes it is. Let's just do it like this. Because I'm going to need the other crook. I'm automatically going to need the other crook due to how much wood I'm going to have to process. Come on, break. Break. I should be doing this with an axe, but these aren't the big oak trees, so it's not completely impossible to do this in a timely manner, it's just more difficult. The answer is that I'm not getting very many apples. Which means that I am now too hungry to run. So I'm going to make this multiple blocks in length. Multiple blocks across, however you want to measure it. I'm going to make this pretty wide. Now the ideal way to damage them at the bottom is to use punji sticks. Because they adhere to walls. Well, not really. They can be placed on walls. Which means I don't have to deal with the issues that you deal with using cactus, that being that the drops get killed. Okay, actually, this design isn't going to work because I'm standing on a half slab. Eye level is not there. Not even close. I'm going to have to make these bottom slabs. Okay, good. I didn't lose them. There we go. The slit's been moved up. And of course that fell way over that way just so that it could fall into nothing. It actively avoided me. Did you see that trajectory? Normally the item just falls on the block below. But that just went whoop, yee itself into nothingness. Every bit of this in 2 planks. Also, I'm gonna have to do this. Let's try to get the one tree growing. There. I thought it wasn't working because I didn't see any particles. Finally, apples. Oh, I already have spirit crook. I reckon have to prevent me from having to craft another crook there, so I could just keep laughing. Yeah, that seems wide enough. I was considering making it bomb slabs so that the mobs can spawn the bomb only at the top. But I don't think I can place bungee sticks on bomb slabs when you and they won't be able to make those yet. But if I place it like this, any mob that's down there will be elevated half block relative to me. Including skeletons, meaning that they're going to be rendered effectively unable to attack. We need to make sure that this is a height that will instantly kill via fall damage. This does not look tall enough. We need to get taller. You get higher up. Still not high enough. We need to go even further. It's gonna have to kill primarily through fall damage, particularly because I do not want creepers spawning at the bottom. Left all that into place. There's gonna need a ladder going all the way up. I'm just gonna build this thing as tall. I'm gonna build it up until, very specifically, I'm gonna build up one block. And one block tower from the top of that, as high as possible, and that's gonna be the top. Getting closer. Getting closer to the front. I'm gonna be getting bone meal either way. There we go. 5 out of 6 flint necessary for the flint snipping. Build up like this. Alright, I keep forgetting that I can't because these are bomb slabs. Okay, where's... crafting station's right here. 8. Can use to make ladders. And of course it didn't let me walk up the ladder, even though I was only half a block below it. Of course, they absolutely refused to let me walk up the... I'm literally gonna have to jump to get up on this ladder, aren't I? Yep. Well, I put a ladder or some other block below. Not there, but... Alright. I keep forgetting that the one crafting table I have is still here. I'll do that many layers for now, since that evens out. Okay, yikes, it is glitchy. Okay, I made it. I'm gonna fill another 10 blocks up. Okay, this is rough simulation of a mob dropping. Perfect! This is the last. That's the last one we need. Shift right click, the string mesh. Flint tip and string mesh. Now I can sift gravel. But will it still sift dirt? Because I think I remember it not sifting dirt. And I'm gonna need a lot more wood. I didn't think it would come to this, but I'm going to actually craft a wooden axe. And at this point, only vein mining is going to get anything close to the amount of speed I need to process like crazy. Alright, I forgot that I have world at. Means I'm going to have to swap out for another axe. And the reason I'm having to do this is the way world at works. Whatever tool is set to the wand, which by default is the wooden axe, because world at doesn't add any items, well, that tool cannot be used to break blocks. Because world at is expected to be used in creative mode, and left clicking with the wand tool selects one of the two positions. So we're going to have to cheat just to get a wooden axe that actually works. I'm going to get rid of it once I finish this episode. I'm going to throw it into the abyss. Because I cannot make a vanilla wooden axe. I did not remember that the vanilla wooden axe was set as the wand. So I'm going to actually have to switch that out with another item. Alright, I forgot to crook the lead. There we go. Actually, not the end of the episode. When the axe breaks, because silence gear axes don't break permanently, but I'm having to use this in place of a vanilla wooden axe. Because again, Roulette is being stupid right now. But I have a red car. Red car. There, now acts as a vanilla wooden axe. With the exception that it still gives me silent gear achievements, which is annoying. Because it's going to be too difficult to remove those individually. Also, it turns out that this can't be used to vein mine because the silence gear axe is different from the silence gems axe. But at least it mines faster. Actually, because I believe, for some very weird reason, Roulette still uses numeric IDs. I don't know why it doesn't either, but it still uses. I can't really bind the wand to a non-vanilla item. Because non-vanilla items' numeric IDs can change when more mods are added. I'll try and find a vanilla item that I'm not going to use at all. And bind it to that. If not, I'm going to have to do this every time I want a wooden axe. Because roll it, or continuously turn roll it off, then on, then off, then on, then off, then on. Because roll it removes your ability to break blocks with the wooden axe. The reason that doesn't not make sense is that you'd be expected to be using it in creative mode where blocks break instantly. and so it suppresses breaking block so that you don't accidentally break the block that you're trying to mark. But it's not turned off or anything in survival. I'm gonna try breaking this tree first. I accidentally put the crafting system because I was trying to do that. All ends of planks. Bunch of wooden crook. Here's that off. Here's this off. If we can find a way to read the MBT data of this, the wood ant, then I'll be able to use the additions mod to add a recipe that directly crafts it on the crafting table that is identical to the wooden axe because I have no more recipe conflict. So you can just bypass the vanilla wooden axe entirely. But that's only if I can find a way to use the MBT data. Because just trying to add vanilla MBT data like names or enchantments is hard enough. I'm doing this right here so that I can slip through. And start building up to the same level. Getting closer. This must be an absolute instant kill. Okay, now let's see if I can land on that tree. Okay, that actually worked. Surprisingly enough, that crazy plan actually worked. The downside is that I built the ladder on the side opposite the side that was convenient to build the wall. Going around, because the side convenient to build the wall going around was inconvenient to do anything else. We're wondering why and Hasbro didn't on in the first place because they weren't watching the earlier episodes or weren't paying attention in them. It's because of a bit of a biome issue that I'm having to jerry-rig a fix for. Loop, loop. And we have to do it all again. Once more with feeling. Or should I say thrice more with feeling, because there's 3 more walls to build. They'll have to be just as high. Actually, the front wall has to be higher so that there can be... Well, maybe there doesn't really need to be a roof. Yeah, there might be an alternate solution to this. Okay, you can go over to the farming area and start building the wall from over here. That is the correct length for me to parkour over onto that wall. We're also going to need to make a lot of slabs. Yes, really that many slabs. Because there's going to be 2 floors. The larger bomb floor. Well, actually no, they're going to be... Well, the bomb floor might be larger. The bomb floor, which the mobs will fall onto and die at. And the top floor, which the mobs will spawn at. Dust. Only an iron stiffened mesh. Stiffened mesh and gravel. Okay, so I do have a potential means. Okay. I could potentially... Dispensers are within reach. I already have access to wood, string, and stone. The only thing I need left is redstone. And with the flint stiffen mesh, I can legitimately get iron. So I'll use speaking of string, I'll use some of that to get a piece of dirt to see if it will work at all in the flint stiffen mesh, or if I have to use a regular silk mesh to do that. Actually, at this point, it's been 40 minutes so far, which is longer than a typical episode. And pretty obviously, the other walls are going to take a big amount of time to make. It's big time. Big time. The time is big. What time is it? Big. It's gonna take a long amount of time to make the other walls. So those are gonna need their own episode. Yeah, I'm gonna test to see if this works or not at first, but it does not work at all. Well, I can craft a silk mesh, but I'm going to need to craft another sieve. Craft. Well, technically it's called a string mesh. It gives me enough pebbles to make a cobblestone, which I can smash with my hammer. It's pretty quick to get the string mesh back, swap out with the flint mesh, and I can place that in and sift it. Okay. Gold ore piece. It takes 4 ore pieces to make an ore chunk, which can in turn be smelted into an ingot. I'm gonna break off for now. Make sure all the biomes are stable. Well, the one biome that's actually supposed to be here. And then I'll record another episode because again I'm doing these in bursts. Bye.